It's a two-stroke, it will start right up. Okay.
Just follow me.
Sounds good.
What's up guys, Tate here, and today we are riding at Fox Valley. So I'm riding here with Eric Smith. I've talked about him multiple times on the channel this year. We've known each other for 2 years, and this is actually the first time we have gone riding together. So it's actually pretty exciting, and today Eric wanted to work with me on fundamentals. So we're not really focusing on going fast or speed or anything of that matter, just focusing on body positioning. So one thing, and you probably all notice it in my videos based on how shaky the camera is I don't stand up enough. I actually don't really stand up at all for that matter, unless we're on the MX track and we're going over a jump. But we're focusing on standing up and having my body in the right position based off the obstacles I'm going through. So we're coming up to a downhill here and focusing on having my body weight in the back of the bike while standing and controlling the bike with the front wheel. So at first here it's just really slow, and I'm just trying to get used to everything because this is really new to me. Most of the stuff that we're going through I would not be standing up for, especially this uphill that we go up right here. I'd usually just sit up and putz through it, but right now trying to stand up and have my body weight forward in the bike, again just going slow and trying to retrain myself. So we made it very clear in the beginning of the day that it's not going to be a one-for-one turnaround, and we might not see just huge results by the end of the day, but it's basically laying a foundation, working on these fundamentals for the future and applying it to races, and slowly I'll start getting faster and faster and things will start clicking more and more. So yeah, like I was just telling Eric, when I'm going down hills, standing up and having my body weight towards the back of the bike, it just feels like I'm going way too slow. And usually when I went on downhills sitting on the bike, it would just be beating me up and I'd have to slow down to maintain control. So, I mean, already I'm contradicting what I just said, but I am already seeing an improvement in just riding in general. So we're going on this GP area here, and Eric just stalled his bike, so stopped for that. But this is what they use for part of the GP courses. So just putzing through this, again trying to stand up, fundamentals and everything. But yeah, this was my first time actually riding at Fox Valley. Like I've said quite a few times here, Fox Valley is my new home track. It's the closest place in the Chicago area to ride, and it's a really nice property. It's a little bit smaller than what I was originally expecting it to be, but it literally has everything. So in the GP videos, we might see maybe a tenth of the total area that Fox Valley has, but a lot of hills. I mean, a lot of hills, and they all vary in size and skill level required to get up them or get down them. There's one hill that's just huge and pretty much a vertical incline that they don't put for the races generally. But Eric said it's his favorite hill, and we would have been going up it if it wasn't washed out, but there's a washout on it, so we didn't even bother with it. But here, this is what we saw on the GP, actually, the last GP we went on, this uphill and downhill here. So practicing this, and this is a perfect place to practice body positioning for uphills and downhills. And we did this probably 20 times throughout the day, so got a lot of up and downhill practice, which is what I need, especially downhills. I mean, I am a grandma when it comes to going on downhills. So a little later on here, after we finish going up and down the hills on the GP course, we go on this small downhill and we come to a very, very tight single track section. And this is an awesome section also for me to practice standing up in tight trails, because when things get tight and sketchy, like right here, I like sitting down, and I just sat down in the video too, which you could probably notice yourselves. But yeah, it's honestly coming down to just trusting myself and trusting the bike. And here's a prime example on why you have to be careful at Fox Valley, just because they say flat out in the rules that the trails do not have a specific direction, so you have to be careful and have to be paying attention, because there could be another person coming your way. But anyways, back to the single track, you can see it gets a little tight, and Eric and I were actually looking at my bars, and my bars are stock length, so I'm thinking I'm gonna shave off an inch on each side to narrow my bars up a little bit, and maybe it will be a little bit easier for me to get through some of this tight stuff. But still have to focus on what I have at hand and get through this tight stuff with standing up so I have control of the bike. So this single track section, they usually use it in the hare scrambles, but generally not in the GPs. They try and use the more open trails for the GPs, obviously, because that's kind of what the GP's meant for. But I plan on doing the hare scramble on August 25th here, so that will be a section that I kind of prepared for. Now we're moving into a place where we can see some big improvement. So we're kind of just idling through this creek section, and there's some big rocks here. And if I was just sitting down like in a normal video, you would the camera would be shaking and the video would be all over the place. And you can see I'm standing here, and for the most part, the video is smooth. So that just shows how much control I'm in of my body and of the bike while I'm standing up through this hard stuff. I don't know if it's really hard anymore when standing up. It's actually a lot easier to get over obstacles while I'm standing up, but it's less wear on my body, and it just shows the control that I have. So after about an hour of riding, I condensed this video down quite a bit, but yeah, after about an hour of riding, we go back for a quick water break, just talk about a few pointers, and yeah. So I'm gonna cut this video up into a couple of parts. So after a little briefing, we'll be back for part 2. So stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching.